Giants are born of giants because like begets like. Giants don't give birth to dwarfs, and dwarfs cannot give birth to giants. A giant does not rise overnight. A giant develops to the level where the giant in him comes alive. We have a one-time world wrestling champion in our church. Huge, heavy muscles. But that didn't come the first 3 months of his birth. There was no sign the first 3 years. Maybe he started wrestling when he got to primary school and fighting with his friends over orange balls and mangoes. But over time, by continuous engagement, he began to develop. And suddenly, he was out in a championship contest in America and returned with the world championship belt. It's all in stages. We live in a world that is filled with men and women in a hurry, so they end up in horror. You don't start climbing a tree from the top. You start climbing a tree from the bottom. You don't start going up the stairs from the first floor. You start from the ground floor. The reason many have not experienced any tangible change of position is because they despise the steps. They just want the platform. So, hello young people, one step after another, the giant in you will ultimately emerge. Say, no, I can't take one step. I went to Covenant University. I'm a member of Faith Tabernacle. I'm in 5 service groups. I'm a soul winner. I must start from here. And so, he's praying and fasting, but he's not making progress because he hates the steps. He despises the steps. There is nothing big today that was not small yesterday. The reason why many won't do well in business is because I don't need any mentor. Business, my father a businessman, my mother a businesswoman. There is business in our blood. So he goes in gasping. The father can't help him. The mother can't help him because he hates the steps. This church began in Kaduna with 4 stable members. We had a fellowship in Kwara, and I was reading in the last pastor's conference our 12 naira 15 kobo offering on a Sunday morning. That must be accounted for, and that was accounted for. And there was a council, executive council, that watches over this little income to ensure it is judicially expended and not wasted. There is nothing great today that was not little yesterday. Don't despise the days of small things, or you never experience great days. Ezekiel chapter 4 verse 10, who was despised the day of small things. That's what your generation hates. They hate small things. I share with a senior colleague of mine, I said, God just blessed me with a fantastic car. He said, did I hear Volkswagen Beetle? I said, yes. I did like this. If riding the Beetle is riding the car, sir, when we were flying, he has not been able to buy a car on his own. This Beetle was so powerful, fully wind conditioned. You know, when you bend the mirror or the glass of the... How many of you have gone in the Beetle before? When you turn that thing, you find fresh air. Come unpolluted air. Properly mixed air. Oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. Amen. The days of small things are the preparatory days for great days. You need a baptism of patience if the giant in you must come alive. I saw the biggest bird in the world, ostrich. Ostrich, one step is 15 feet. That's how hard it is following the steps of giants. When the ostrich does like this, is 15 feet. Does like this, 15 feet. It's the heaviest bird and yet the fastest bird. Every step of a giant is a long stride. As I said, don't be slothful, but followers of those who through faith and patience obtain or inherit the promises. Because every step of a giant is a long jump for a grown up person. It's a long jump. Long jump. I've never been out for 3 hours without minimum 200 souls. It's a long jump. Now you are going out and you are getting 2, you're on your way. It will soon be 5. It will soon be 10. It will soon be 100. It will soon be 200. Giants don't emerge overnight. They are prepared from their days of small things before the giant in them came alive. You need patience. You know why people borrow? They can't wait. No. I must change this suit. Why? If you don't have the money, you won't change it. Amen. Everybody needs a baptism of patience to maximize God's plan and purpose for their lives. Everybody. I've been flying long before we got aircraft. I was flying on motorbike. One day we were running for a mate in 1979. We had a borrowed motorbike. There were no Okadas like you have them today. Each one has its own Okada. So we borrowed from someone. And then the helmet on the head of the one behind me flew off. It's a helmet. I said, mark it, we can't wait. Mark it, we can't wait. Mark it, we can't wait. We were running to catch up a mate. We were flying on the motorbike. There were not many thieves in those days. So when we came back, we found the helmet. Amen. I've been flying on my foot before. I came in to wait for the next vehicle going to the next place. I said, Jesus, this must be where I'm an athlete. How many kilometers? And I said, I can make it. I began hopping on foot. A vehicle came behind, a pickup, no cover at the back. Now, because I was already sweating, I wasn't sure whether to take it or not to take it because the cake that I will have on my face, along with the sweat. But I took it. I got there, cleaned my eyes because I was going to minister. It's all step by step. I was enjoying it, sir. I wasn't feeling odd. It was my opportunity to go and be a blessing to the people. And we don't receive offering. Nobody gives offering. Nobody understands anything offering. So it's not motivated by what they may give. It's all motivated by what we give. That's how giants rise. So don't let it be a slogan. Are you one of the rising giants? Are you willing to follow the large stride steps of giants? We need to embrace the place of patience to maximize God's glorious plan for our lives. We lived in the church office for 2 years. I was the sweeper of the church, the cleaner of the benches, the setter of the stage for the service. And you must come out of the bedroom 5:20, otherwise church members will come in and knock the door that way, I want to use the toilet. There was no living room. The living room was the reception of the church. It takes patience.